hello all and welcome to FPR1. It's season 1 and we are here for round 9 of the Austin Grand Prix. Let's have a quick switch over to what is now the current new standards after Qatar last time out. Jumping right into this one and heavy. Robbo takes the lead of the championship so far after THC serving his race ban last time out. He's now in with us, but he's also now serving a qualifying ban for this race. Hilly jumps in third at the moment. Axel creeping behind in 4th. I know it says the position is 4 and 5 there, but I believe there seems to be a rather absent person there at the top. Don't know what's happening with that, but I'm sure it'll be fixed, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is who's missing from the top there. But anyway, just gotta take a. I mean, some of them even further down there or a bit out of position there, but it is what it is. Waiting for the lobby to get going, and then we'll switch over screen. Bolts. Only races I've finished at fastest lap. Hang on, let's have a look at this. Where are you on here? No, you've got no. There's one there. Where was that? Jeddah. Yeah, you didn't have the fastest lap then. Yeah, caught you out. But otherwise, pretty true statement. It's like a 66% of the races you finish is you get fastest lap. It's a decent record. Why not? Decent record. Hopefully a decent result. You had a good qualifying session last time out, so I pray for you, man. Pray for you. See what Texas is like for some of these drivers. Obviously 20 corners around this track, and quite a few opportunities to get some invalidations and what am I looking for? Pens, that's the word. DNF fast lap. Alright. Banter. I'll take it. Don't out yourself, man. Don't out yourself. You gotta take the points when you can get them. Points are crucial. Obviously, points for every single position, as long as you finish the race within reason. Anyway, we are in the lobby at the moment, so we are going to switch over to the lovely and very enthusiastic crowd known as the Americans, designed by Codemasters. A full lobby today. There are 420 drivers. Every single car is taken up. We've got some people heading out on track. Who wants the airtime? Bolts wants the airtime. He's in the McLaren this turn. Quick change of pace. I say quick change of pace. I think what was he in? He was in the Ferrari last time, and trying to think way back into car performances on this game. I think the McLaren and Ferrari might be fairly similar, but I think the McLaren has that advantage with downforce and chassis. I think that might be a little bit better than the Ferrari. There. Sure, all is good. Quick check of the audio levels. Looking good so far as well. The guitar was prepared for this. So obviously last time out in Qatar we had a fair few commentators' curse moments, that's for sure. But Jesus won that race. The definitely not favourite driver in the commentary box, because we're not biased in any way, shape or form. The man who walks on water rose to the top Let's see how we can do around here, but first we go back on board with Bolt for the first flying lap of the Circuit of Americas. Here we go, DRS wide open as he starts this lap on the way towards turn 1, uphill and quite a difficult braking zone. You've got to get it right and probably not follow the racing line because that tends to send you a bit deep, but he's got that pretty well done there. Good apex and not going wide. And now here's the first of the tricky bits. This is where you can get your first early in a validation. But he's looking controlled, not pushing it overly hard, which you don't need to at the very start. You've got to get your lap in and set, and that is very nice. And oh, he just turned it a little bit too much there, hyped it up, and he's cocked it up. Meanwhile, we've got Misfits who manages to continue through Sector 1, so we'll switch on board with the Red Bull driver here. Now, again, another hard braking zone, a lot easier to get this one, a bit more downhill. And this is the part where you probably see a lot of people complain about the sun, but it's not looking too bad out there at the moment though, so I think that you'll be able to see over the hill. Obviously, I think normally that sun is literally blinding. The confirmation of THC retiring there, obviously going in a setup, and he will start from the back of the grid. Unless someone else behind him crashes before setting up, in which case, yay, you got a position. Anyway, waffling over, it looks pretty, I was going to say it looked pretty good, but he's just had a back end moment out the penultimate corner. He goes into the final corner, keeping it steady. Cross line, it's a pace setter of a 1:34.2. I'd imagine that might get beaten quite quickly. Mercedes goes across for Corey, is a 34.6. This is the other McLaren of a Super Striker. Let's see what he can do. He's actually going to be setting a lap 35.0. Dystopian there on the Alpine this time. Grabbing himself third place. Downward in the Ferrari. Last time he was in the Ferrari in Brazil, it all went a little bit wrong. To be honest with you, I think Ferrari just might be the cursed car to be in, to be honest. You know, you sort of see it most of the times a Ferrari either crash, spin, or end up in some sort of incident. But Bolt's got points last time in the Ferrari, so you know, I think that might be the first time. Anyway, Deltlord crosses the line, 35.2, slots behind Super Striker, and Sniper Monkey in the AlphaTauri with a 34.4. Misfits still holding at the top of the timesheets. We've got the return of the Clem. He returns quite far down the order in the standings now. And he is in the Mercedes for today, so no excuses, Clem. I expect you to be on top. And there's a couple of people who said if they DNF in the race, they may join us in the commentary box, depending on their mood. And Clem sets the pace. He's laid down the gauntlet. 33.9. Now, Clem is actually pretty good at this track. I know secretly deep down he likes this track very much, and he can whip out some good time, good pace around here. But he's very prone to the invalidations, so watch out for the penalty racking up in the race, or no, potentially missing out on a final lap shootout. Just a reminder to the people who may be joining us for the first time. It is a short qualifying session followed up by 100% race. Whoa, hang on, whoa. You did do that lap on the mediums, fair play. That's not bad. Not bad at all. But I mean, is the tyre difference? Super Ginge. Love the name, by the way, Super Ginge. Thank you for joining us. Feel free to drop us a follow. We are on the route to affiliate. As the other AlphaTauri setting that up on the Inters. He's really taking bank laps to a whole new level there. Never usually put the the tyre graphics on, but that's fair play. Oh, that's a decent lap for a media run. So this has been a decent lap from Atkins here. Comes across the line. It's P8 34.6, just behind Corey there. Oh, quite literally just 5 thousandths in that one. Clem remains at the top, Hilly in P2, just ahead of Misfits. We got Arami in P5 in the Williams. He went very Yorkshire there for some reason. And our new title leader is out on the track with a purple sector 1. And in the Aston Martin. Interesting enough there. Although THC will be looking to see if he can rack up the positions from the back of the grid and seeing if he can gain points on the likes of Robbo, who he's lost the lead to. I think it were a gap of 14 or 18 points if I remember. I'll double check it in the break between the race start and qualifying end. Robbo's been consistent picking up the points where he can. I think he did have one DNF, and I do think he said he might miss a couple of races coming up in the month of December. So he needs to really maximise the amount of points he can get here. If he's going to have a couple of breaks, it's going to be a big loss of points, especially at the top where it is constantly changing. It's P4 at the meantime. Not too shabby for the first lap attempt. Meanwhile, Misfits improved in the Red Bull. He jumps back up to P1, provisional pole position, 33.8. And we have the man, the myth, the legend, the spread. And I'm not talking about the chocolate guide. I'm talking about the Wigan guide. As he rounds through the final sector here and through the I'm Verstappen and I must cut the corner to get the position, but we don't put the Verstappers in the game. And oh my word, Jesus, I don't know if that will be picked up in the background, but that wasn't me nowhere about that. Spread goes across the line. It's P12, a 35.1 in the Williams. Meanwhile, Jesus, the other Alpine, slots just behind his teammate in inverted commas with a 34.8. Got Schmidty and Shrek, the only other two drivers to yet to set a lap. We've got 8 minutes left in the session. Currently led by Misfits and then Clem. Deep on the power. Another low traction zone corner there, but he's got that quite well. A good throttle control there. Yeah, it's rather satisfying to look at. That looks like it could be a wheel user, I believe. I don't actually know off the top of the head. And keeps it really tight to the inside there. That's an interesting line. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do that, to be fair. Using as much of the track limits as he can. And across the line for Shrek, and that is, I have to admit, I didn't see all of it, but it was quite impressive in the last sector there. Goes the fastest, just ahead of Super Striker, who also shot up right in there to P2, a 33.8. Times are tumbling down. Someone else improved there, I believe that was Corey, goes up to P5. Well, Snapper Monkey has dropped down to P8. Oh no, Schmidty just settled up, but he's 18th. He's got the other Ferrari Dark Lord back out again. Just seeing on the time screen to see if he is improving. If he's in there, where's the bloody set to run time for? Oh, it's across the. Yes, he is improving. 2 tenths up. Where will that put him? One place. Put him ahead of spread. Come on, get your foot down. Then again, we do think Dark Lord is better in the race than he is in the qualifying, from what I've seen so far. Clem goes back out on track for the Mercedes. Curse as well, the other Alpha male. But coming up across the line for Dark Lord, he puts himself into 12th position. Gained another 2 tenths in the final sector there. We're gonna we've already been on board with Clem. We don't want to give him any more right time. God, that'd be terrible. His teammate not looking on a lap. Super Striker coming to the pits. Shrek not doing a lap. Schmidty not doing a lap. Alright, looks like we're going back above Clem. Going through the S-like section. Cars well out of the way. Very, very brave the track limits there, Clem. Very good. Alright. Now, hard braker zone here, second gear corner, but he's going to take it in third and loses that back end on exit / entry there and bails out of that one. You go above with him, you apply the pressure, and he bottles it. We go with Rami. Rami's on outlap, keeping an eye on anyone else on track. I think it's just a lot of people going for outlaps or inlaps. Or warm-up laps. With 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Trying to look, see what the gaps are. So a second sort of separate the top 10. And then you've got your other gap at the back. Few bigger gaps towards the back end of the grid, but nothing too massive at the top there. About 3 turns so far from Striker and Shrek. But, you know, people are yet to do their final runs. I'm staying with Rami because I want to go on with the Williams. We don't usually give Williams a little of airtime. So we go on board, goes into the far corner, whatsoever. Let's see if we can do a proper full view of this lap. So, DRS wide open and it's a go. He starts his flying lap on the run towards turn 1. Uphill braking zone. Can he get this right? Switching all the way down to second gear. Good rotation. Work that wheel very interestingly there. And looking good so far. Mingo continuing on through the S's, left, right, keeping it within the limits of the track. This is looking pretty good so far. I think he was up on his time, we couldn't quite see it in time. I'm a little bit blind as to where the sector ends around this track. And another deep braking zone, second gear, good rotation in there. Kurz goes quickest. The other Alfa Romeo snatches the pole position, provisional pole position from his teammate. I say that ironically because there's no constructors standings, it's all drivers based. And Winston uses first gear a little bit around there. That's the first time we're seeing that. He is up by nearly 2/10, which needs a bit more time. We've got loads of people jumping into the 133s. There's going to need a big flying last sector around here. A little bit wide through the middle part of that corner. Onto the curb, launching him around. It's almost like a slingshot through towards the final corner. Back end, stepping out. That's not what he needs, and he's definitely lost some time there. Only time for improvement stays P11 for now. Everyone is out of track by Hilly and Schmidty, who are still in the pits. Stamp Monkey also comes into the pits, and now they're coming out of the pits. A lot of pits involved here. We're not talking about the armpit kind. Misfits also out earlier. He set the pace at the start of the session. Snapper Monkey has said that that'll do, and he will remain 8th for the meantime. Everyone is on track. Track is very busy. Means my eyes are going to be stretched everywhere whilst I try and look for the improvements and also look at who is on the laps. Misfits going. He's got a car just ahead that might have given him a little bit of distant tow down the. That's technically the first DRS straight. Now through to sector 3 we go with the Red Bull driver. Can he stick it back on provisional pole? Mercedes almost looked like it was going to go back on track, but it stays out of the way. Good, a little bit wide on the second apex there, but it's not going to cost him much time now. Can he keep it clean through the final corners, the last little bit of low traction zone you get around this track? Looks good so far. Corey's disconnected, oh dear. I will try and get him back in shortly. Across the line, distance improves, it's only P4. Super Strikers next across the line, and let's start a lap. We've got, I'm trying to find someone. Shrek's on one, he's improving by a tenth. Quickly see if I can invite Corey back in. Can I find him? I can't find him. He's not online. Let's see if I can catch him after the break. Or can I catch him here? Hang on, bear with me. He's on Xbox. It's unfair if he can't get him in. Oh, Clem's retired. Bants. So Clem can't do pole. Can Shrek do pole? So far it's to Curse. Shrek takes pole position off Curse for the meantime, but there are other people out on track. This man, Striker, first time in this league, he is still a person on the mission who could potentially take that pole position spot away. Rami's down in 11th, Corey in 7th, Spread down in 17th, Banter, Jesus Atkins, Dark Lord, Dystopian, I think all these guys all on laps, keeping an eye on time squeeze, but staying on board with the McLaren as it's going around the final sector. Couple of cars of traffic. Aston Martin gets well out of the way there. Traldino goes 4th for the AlphaTauri. Can't quite make it onto the front row. It's I think it's just in the background. Dystopian stays 13th. What can the McLaren do? He's got one corner to go down the straight. It's not quite. He didn't improve. Lost time, so he stays 6th. Hilly is improving by a 10th. At the moment, Atkins Dartlord went into the pits. Franz is staying in 18th. Hilly round the final corner. What can he do? It's 8th for Hilly, and it is a pole position. Oh, hang on, wait. Yes, it is pole position for Shrek at Texas here, and it's an Alfa Romeo front row lockout. With the Curse taking 2nd, and Clem, upon return, takes P3. Traldino for the first time starts 4th in his first race for FPR1. So I'm going to quickly, when I have the chance, we'll see if I can get Corey back in. There we go, confirmation of your drivers. Let's see if I can invite him in. I don't know if he joined back in, but let's have a look here. Invite to the game. For those who are in the lobby, I did send everyone a request on EA. Makes life a little bit easier inviting people through the EA menu. Shrek on pole, Curse alongside him on the front row. THC starting from last. What can he do? Whilst his teammates in the other half starts 8th. Reaction from Ginge, aka Striker. Says messed up. You got me saying that one. Messed up massively in the first sector. Was 4/10 down. Oh dear me. Well, I'm gonna guess that was probably the exit of the S's. That's a lot of traction zone. That might be either that or deep in turn 1. Are the two big areas where you can gain and lose time, really. Deep in turn 1, you're a little bit out. You almost kind of feel like you lose momentum and you try a lot harder through the S's, which will eventually could lead to an invalidation or cocking up slightly. Anyway, race director. Let's see what. Oh, there we go. We've got some various strategies here. Lots of mediums. A couple of softs. Deep in turn one. Yeah. It's a trick. If some people don't run racing line, but if you do have the racing line on, the braking zone that comes up on the game is definitely incorrect. Rami, oh, we've lost Rami. Oh yeah. He's an EA person. Like, can I? Curbs are hard around it. Absolutely. Some of the curbs are actually. It's the higher sausage type curbs. They suck. they are awful. Let's see. Can we find Rami on the list? Not on there. No, we cannot. Oh, fantastic. Can only do what I can do. Bolt's saying his car feels like ours. This car I'd like to feel. Maybe the driver though. Also maybe Johnson, replacement driver. Is Ferrari backup driver? Let's get the real Charles Leclerc. Let's get him in. We'll put him in the seat. Why not? Yes, don't drink and drive. PSA. Don't do that. Bad idea. Okay. Somebody get this man a book of pie. Because he's gonna need it. That's hangover keyring right there. Well, not even hangover keyring, that's just top tier scram. Why do we always leave talking about food? Why does this always happen? So, quick run through the starting order for the race. We have Shrek on pole, Curse alongside. P3 falls to Clem. Got Traldilio. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to say it. Someone's going to correct me in the comments, but whatever. He's fourth, Misfits fifth, Super Striker in sixth. We've got Robbo seventh, Hilly eighth for the Haas. Corey in the other Mercedes takes ninth. Sniper Monkey 10th in his debut. Rami 11th for his debut. Bolts in P12. Dino, yeah, whatever. Rami joins us, thank God. Dystopian in the Alpine takes 13th. Atkins 14th. Jesus 15th. Dark Lord in 16th. Spread Banter 17th, and he's starting on the hards. That's interesting. France Piper in 18th. Schmidty down in 19th. And THC takes the last. And going for the soft tyres, looking to go and get some early positions at the start of this race. Super James, you'll quickly come to learn that I am terrible at pronouncing some of these game terms. That's sort of like the standard I run here. This is the sort of standard of banter that you get. Anyway, away we go for the formation lap. We'll quickly have a sneak peek, see if everyone's stuck with the guts at the end there. So, only person to start on the hard tyres then is Bolts. And the other four drivers that's taken to these softs, we have a Dino, a Super Striker, Dark Lord and THC. Everyone else opted for the medium compound tyres. So, couple of different strategies there, but I think everyone probably, to be honest with you, Bolts, not gonna lie, from my experience, you might struggle with them hard at the start. They don't like gripping up. But then again, this is a 100% race, so it could be completely different. So there you go. A possible race strategy powered by AWS there. Got 2-stop and a 3-stop popping up. Hey, yeah, I know someone might do a crazy, go for the 4-stop. Pretty sure someone was talking about that at one point. I think it might have been Clem. But fresh tyres around this track definitely prove an advantage, that's for sure, especially in 50%. It differs a little bit, but probably not too much in terms of 100% race distance. We've got 56 laps of Texas to go. Drivers into the final sector, still warming up them tyres. Best way to warm the tyres, a bit of trail braking. That's why you probably don't see many people weaving, because well, it doesn't really do much on this game. Weaving is pretty much irrelevant. You're just adding wear to your tyres for no reason when you can just trail brake, build up the ERS, and build up tyre temps a lot quicker. If there was such thing as brake wear, then you definitely wouldn't be doing that, because they would be toast. And I'm not talking about the bread guide. Anyway, look at that, the sea of drivers preparing to line up on the grid. Just to await the start. Can I get a view of the start lights, please? There we go, I had to do that just to try and get a view of the starting lights. We are waiting then for the light sequence to start. And it's lights out and away we go then. I completely missed that. Clem's had a flyer there, already up to second, potentially challenging for P1 on Shrek. He's got the middle line, 3 wide just in the background. There's big contact there. The Alfa Romeo round, that's Curse going round in the Alfa Romeo. Clem and Shrek still going at it towards the S's. Clem comes out on top and takes P1. Meanwhile, it's disaster for Curse. He's all the way down in 20th. Hilly's now down in 19th. Big incident at the start there, but no major damage. Looks like Dino's also had a pretty good start there. Takes P3. Misfits staying around P4, and Striker Rambi having a great start there. He's up to P6 so far. Drama already at the start of the Grand Prix. Further back, we've got a car going down the inside. Bolts on spread. Just hanging on in there is Spread, keeping it within track limits there. We've got Ferrari, Schmidi and THC going at it. THC keeping it calm, doesn't want to risk anything majorly. It's a long race. That's down the inside again for Spread this time on Bolts. Bolts going to have to concede that position. THC stays ahead of Schmidi. These camera angles, by the way, are not it. Absolutely not it. Corey trying to chase down after Sniper Monkey. Rami just losing touch with the cars ahead, but all goes well for Clem at the start here, and just at the unfortunate positioning really of Curse in turn 1. It's not really a huge thing. 3 into 1 don't really go, especially at the start of a race. Hilly has to pit though. I reckon he may have damage. Curse looks like he's staying out. He might have been one that could have been involved in the aftermath of that. Oh, Jesus, I thought I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I am going to sneeze. Oh my God, bless me. Apologies. It is the coldest day here in Britain, and colds are definitely coming through. So I can only apologise for anything that happens. Franz Piper picks up a 3-second time penalty on lap 2. That is definitely not what you want to be seeing this early into the race. Super Striker getting past Misfits. Yep, and Misfits is now going to try and come back at the McLaren driver. Further back, Just see a position change for P6. Rami looks like he's starting to struggle in that Williams. Clem under a lot of pressure from Shrek behind. We're going to quickly hop with this battle as also Dino in the AlphaTauri trying to apply pressure, trying to make that Alpha Male go for an interesting move or capitalise on a mistake. Schmidt getting up past the Red Bull of France as he tries to close back up to the rest of the pack. Two Aston Martins settling down. We're going to switch and see what the position changes are like. It's a lot of green and some big reds at the bottom there. 17 down for Curse and 12 down for Hilly. Being well, Corey making their move on Rami as well. Rami dropping a lot of positions. He is very much struggling in that Williams at the start of this race. Mind you, it is a Williams. They don't usually go well in races. Further up ahead, Shrek nearly pushing Clem through the S's. Clem doing absolute bits to hold up Shrek now, up 2 places as per confirmation on the timing screen. Download with a good start, he's up into 10th. And Robbo not having the great stats yet again. His stats don't seem to be doing too well in recent times. Robbo now down 4, Bolt's down 3, but hanging on in there, so not too bad. Could be worse. Could be Curse and Healy. And there we go, move for the lead. Trek goes down the inside, but he locks up. This could give Clem the chance to try and fight back, but he's going to hold off the line. And Shrek retakes P1, but there's a little bit of touchy-watchy and a little bit of lagging around there. Hopefully it's all good on the stream. And down the inside for the AlphaTauri. Clem couldn't quite get the move done. Clem is just going to hold on to that one with better traction around the outside. And Shrek will be happy to see that he has now made that move. On board with Striker here. In the background, just looking to see what happens. DRS enabled, obviously it's been lap 3. That will give these guys an extra boost as the rear wing opens up to try and make the move. It's going to be Dino in the AlphaTauri sending it on the inside of turn 1. He gets the move done. Clem trying to switch back. There's a couple of cars going a bit wayward. I think Striker might have been involved in a little bit of a moment there as Misfits gets past. Yeah, the cars are getting quite close, but Clem has lost another position, and I think that was going to be inevitable judging by the train that was starting to form. But Clem is hanging on in there and could get a chance with the DRS. We're going to stay on board with the Mercedes driver. Needs to get a good exit out of here, and does so. I hope it's like it's me and not the actual drivers, otherwise the drivers are going to be shit to themselves. That's fair, there's no lag at all on the stream, keep us updated. Looks like so good on stream, but here we go down the inside for the AlphaTauri. Both drivers lock up as they're still going to be going side by side. Now he's going to have to try the long way around the outside, and this is where Clem is just going to be buying his time, seeing what he could potentially do. The AlphaTauri driver gets ahead of Shrek. These three going at it. In the meantime, Misfits is just losing a little bit of time, but just being able to keep in touch with these guys fighting the DRS. And oh my word, what happened there? Where? Okay. Well, I thought we were about to have a monumental crash there, but right, whatever, Flexiboat game. I won't question it. Clem surpassed Shrek then somehow. I don't know how. I think they went inside each other. That's a clip. Anyway. So, top 7 all within DRS range of each other. Dystopian getting past Rami. Rami, I think, is sort of corking the bottle for some of these guys at the moment. He's really struggling out there, and the Williams not able to get up to speed, considering it a fairly decent start. Oh, and the race starts, and look at that, Dartlord, Robbo, Atkins, Jesus, all really nearly on top of each other, but Rami could be in trouble here. We've got the Ferrari of Dark Lord slotting right back in there. He's having a look, see if he can find a gap, but it's actually Rami who's going to be making the move down the inside on Dystopian there. And Dystopian's going to try and fight this one back. He's going to try the long way around the outside. A little bit left to dry and left the door open a little bit for the Ferrari behind, but nothing quite making of that. And oh, cheek move down the inside. They make contact. They get away with it just, but that's allowed that lot to have again a look down the inside along the corner of the Verstappen cut. The two Aston Martins looking like they're going at it in the background there. And oh my god, please don't use that camera angle, Co-Masters. Here we go then, they all fighting each other again on the run towards turn 1. This time it's Dystopian on Rami. Rami just got to slot back in behind the Alpine driver. It is getting very close to this bit. Meanwhile, Spread Jesus having a little bit of a mush off as they're going side by side into the S's. Just like the background there. I think they managed to get through. Though there's a yellow flag. It's for someone. It's for Curse in the background. Curse is having another moment in sector 3 there, and well, that's not going well for the Alpha Romeo driver there. It's gone from bad to worse. Orange wing damage for Curse, says in the chat, so you'll see him spin a lot. Just keep going, Curse, just keep going. Safety cars will bring you back into this one. Always a chance of safety cars here when the field is this close. Meanwhile, Atkins on Robo Atkins get past the Aston Martin further up ahead. We've got Rami getting past by that one, but he can't quite pull off the move. Almost off the track for the Ferrari driver there on board as he tried to make the move happen, but not quite. Further up ahead, Superstruck has been making moves in the background there. I know we've been missing out, but that battle has been very close and brewing quite strongly. So, Superstruck up into P4 now, almost within DRS range of the top 3, who are still fighting each other. Still staying attached to each other. Rami with a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Gotta keep it careful with those penalties. It's a long race. Lap 7 out of 56. Meanwhile, Lord and Rami again side by side from turn 1. Rami really doing a defensive masterclass here. He's not giving up that position and doing some great moves, as I think Warren might have been picked up for that Lord there. Definitely went over the track limits there. It'd be nice to see if we can get like a warning counter. That'll be a nice addition to the game, won't it? So we have a quick put on the tyre details. Soft runners doing not too bad at the moment, not too bad. THC down in 15th, but he's caught within this huge DRS train on the back of Rami, as Rami's doing some absolute defensive class. Further up ahead, you see another move for between Sniper Monkey and Striker there, and Rami sends it down the inside as he loses the position that they've ghosted inside each other. That might be quite lucky for Rami, as they're now going to be driving inside each other, unghosting. That has worked out beautifully for Rami, but Ferrari is up the inside. There's not making contact. Look at the guys behind. They're trying to find a gap somewhere as they're concertinaing it up. Losing time to leaders. We've got yellow flags. Curse is out, and we have a safety car. Oh dear. Curse just struggling with the damage. I think it must have been rear wing damage. And into the pits goes Rami. Wow, everyone behind. Everyone behind has gone into the pits immediately. Don't blame them. Unfortunate there for Curse. Such a good qualifying. Take P2 there, and has unfortunately ended it in the barriers with an incident that happened in turn 1. And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. If I could get replays, that's the next thing I need to work on, replays. Sniper sniping the podium. I like that one. I like it. Loving it. Disaster, absolute disaster. Yeah, I mean, what was it? It was 3-1 at the start. It doesn't go well, especially for the person in the middle or on the outside. It's always, well, sorry, more than likely to have an incident. It's just one of those things. It's very difficult when it comes to 3-1 situations. You got to think: has the other driver seen me? Have they not? I have. Oh my god! I have just realised the big brain moves that half of the grid have just made. I didn't realise that they didn't get ahead of the safety car. P1 from P8 can't pit. If they do, they are going to lose all their positions, which will promote Rami to P1. Big brain stuff there. Just an update of those people that pitted. We've got Rami, Atkins, Jesus, and Robbo all switch onto the hard compound tyres. Meanwhile, it is mediums for Dark Lord, Master Spread, and THC, Schmidty, and Hilly, Franz on softs. Hilly's got a good chance to come right back. Do we see any of these guys come into the pits? No, they know that they're just going to lose. Oh, Striker dives into the pits though. Yeah, expected. He's on soft tyres, and to be honest with you, that could be a smart move because these fresh tyres at this track, it is not good. Because saying doesn't know what happened himself. Just pretty sure I caught air at one point. You definitely did caught air. That was actually quite impressive. And it was sent into the barrier. I didn't see the end part of that. I might have just missed that. Then again, I'm pretty much blind at this point. It's unfortunate, but don't leave us. There's still a lot of racing action to be watched here. Can also be on my side Jeff at this point. So a safety car is deployed, obviously now overtaking under safety car conditions. They just have to follow the safety car around and remain within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. And like I say, this gives Hilly the chance to catch up, which he has. We have gone round once already with the safety car, so it could be in this lap. Could be. Super Striker down now in 18th after pitting onto the safety car. Could be a wise choice though. The fresher tyres around this track definitely hold a huge advantage compared to all the tyres. As I think it used to be huge in the last. It might have been last year's game, but it also still pretty big this year's game. Not as big as it was though. So extra stops is probably still a preferred strategy. 3 or 4 stops, probably preferred if the drivers have the pace to rush right through. Safety car in this lap then. Dino leads the safety car restart. He now controls the pace of the pack and he can decide when they go, but he can't be doing stop and start stuff, as obviously that would be illegal. And obviously, well, I know here ain't exactly, I don't know if it is exactly a rule. I need to brush up on my rule book, but obviously going side by side with another driver is just, it doesn't really help. So single file line, we're nice, we're British, we like to queue, and he has sent it almost into the back end, and caught Clem napping a little bit there. He has caught Clem off guard quite well, but he's still just remained within the 1 second mark, but it's still a very good restart. We've got a yellow flag at the back. I think that's just because there's a lot of cars around each other. It's Shrek, Sniper Monkey, and Clem getting very close. Meanwhile, Bolt's making move on Rami straight away, getting up into battling with Rami as the goes. Oh, that could have been hairy. Tried to go side by side through the S's there. Fair play. You have a lot of faith in the other drivers to do that type of move. Misfits picks up a 3 seconds. So does Bolt's in the process. So we continue on with the spawn driver. So far 19 remain, 10 at 56. DRS obviously disabled for this and next lap. Whilst we've just had the restart further up ahead, there looks like Mercedes are looking to try and make the move on Sniper Monkey ahead, but it's all kind of concentrating up. Meanwhile, just in the background, Rami and Bolts again having a good old ding dong. This time, Bolts having to go the long way round and diving it. He's left the door wide open for that one, but the switchback manoeuvre from Bolts, he retakes that position. They're still going to be going almost side by side. Rami has to back off, and those as Misfits in the Rebel. He's had a bit of a spin. Everyone's going to try and navigate past the slow Rebel there. He's losing a lot of positions now, down to 14th. And back end moment, I think Misfits has gone round again. He has. He's got front wing down. I think he might have slowed down actually to try and get into the pits. And here we go. We've got Spread, Rami, Bolts, everyone making moves. That's not Spread actually, it's the Lord Rami and Bolts. I keep forgetting there's two Williams drivers. Bolts absolutely doing bits for the top six as he is holding up this pack of cars that are all on fresher tyres, and he's doing a pretty good job of doing it. This is a crucial battle. Meanwhile, Clem is very close to the back of Dino here, and will we see him potentially make a move? No DRS just yet. He is gaining on the Aftari. He's going to pull out here. He's going to attempt to make the move for the lead of the race. He's gone down the inside and takes that position from the Aftari. Doesn't give him a chance to try and fight that one back. But can he defend going into a pretty crucial corner here? Further back, we've got Jesus for the fast time penalty for a collision there. Yellow flags are out. It's Jesus and Atkins that look like they're involved in an incident there. Let's have a look further back because there's action here, there, and everywhere. Got Jesus, Misfits, and Atkins a little bit further back with the incidents. Got yellow flags for Jesus. I think he's had a moment. And oh, I tell you what, that car has got a lot of damage. I think it may have floor damage as well, looking at the model of the car there. That is a huge amount of damage. Corey picking up another 3 seconds. Interesting. So, Corey pick up a 3-6 time penalty. Got to keep these penalties down. It's hard. It is pretty difficult around this track, I will admit. But here we go. DRS wide open for Shrek. He's going to make the move on the off tyre. I think his soft tyres have well and truly had it. As he locks up again, he likes locking up into that corner, doesn't he? To tell, he's very much hard on the brakes there. Meanwhile, Bolts is finally back ahead of Rami in its Spread, and Bolts now going at each other. Just see the Williams there. He's got the inside line to this next corner. He needs to make sure he doesn't give the McLaren a chance to try and get the move done. Fair and square, hard racing there by Spread, and it is a good move to get ahead. But the McLaren isn't done fighting this one. He's going to try and go around the outside in the penultimate corner. That almost looked like the big contact. Fair play to Bolts trying to hold this one off, but I think that might be a done deal there. DRS is now active, and Bolts could start seeing to be a bit of a struggle now. He's under pressure from down the wall behind. Wheel just turned off as we were going side by side into a corner, going to the brake issues. Oh dear, hardware issues is not what you need. Is it a Logitech by any chance? The tends not be very good. It's just me with a bad experience with Logitech. Meanwhile, oh my word, that got very close between the two McLarens, and they do make contact. Fanatec, fair enough. Isn't there like a set of Fanatec pedals that tend to break, or is it like broke on Verstappen when he was doing like a an iRacing race. I don't know, I'm waffling. Anyway, back to the action. The McLaren's there having a little bit of contact. And here we go, Rami under look at the straight line speed, and oh, there's contact there. Is there front wing damage on that Ferrari? That was a bit of a whack. I think he's gotten away with it, but it's getting a bit hairy now with the Williams and the Ferrari there. Both the AlphaTauris are swapping positions. Yeah, you can definitely tell that Dyno's soft tyres have well and truly fallen off. I need to take a drink, oh my god. There we oh my god, like a frog about then. There we go, we're back. Corey now jumps into the pits. Clem leads the race so far, but he's still under threat from the Alfa Romeo Shrek behind. Meanwhile, the two Williams are now the guys that are going to be having a look. Spread just showing it around me that he's right there. He's there to try and take position. Obviously, just a quick reminder that there is no constructors battle. It is all drivers, so that's why you'll see teammates get aggressive with each other. It is all for the points and all to get positions, and also pit preference. You know, if safety car comes out, you know, the person behind is gonna be a little bit screwed. Is there any other driver? Yeah, the only other driver pitted for the Hards did Corey, and it comes out 17th. Bit of a gap to Atkins. And this time Spread is going to get past ahead of Rami. Rami's going to dive it down the inside. A little bit of contact. Spread has to go off the track. I think the Shares might have something to say, but that end there's contact between two Williams. Brown goes Rami and Spread. That was... oh, it's getting spicy there, Williams. I can't remember who the boss for Williams is called, but he's going to be blowing up on the pit wall. Super Striker having a look down the inside. Ambitious move. They're going to go side by side through the penultimate corner around the outside, and he gets the position. Super Striker, super move. Dystopian now jumps into the pits. I think some of these guys who stayed out, who had to stay out under the safety car, are now feeling the effects of tyre wear. Dark Lord in a very good position to potentially be taking the lead. THC in 6th place. He's having a fantastic race, starting from the back of the grid after a qualifying ban. It's all kicking off in the midfield pack. I say midfield pack, it's the sort of the battle of the rest of the drivers, really. Who can take the most points? I say that. Where is... I'm just trying to find where Robbo is here. He's P9, there you go. Championship leader in P9, THC chasing in P6. This is good points, good so far for THC. But both of these are the people that pitted under the safety car for fresh tyres. Clem losing the lead to Shrek. Shrek got a lot of moves into that corner with the DRS, and even on the straights. It is a very long straight and a very powerful DRS zone. And so yeah, you can see a lot of moves down there. But we are seeing a lot of retaliation as well, so it's not quite a done deal for some people. That's probably Carter pending. So Clem in P2, he's got a penalty, and we've got a yellow flag. Schmitty, in an instant, he's gone round. I believe he may have made contact with cars. Dino comes into the pits for AlphaTauri. He's finally had enough of those softer tyres. And you can tell he will really struggle with pace, especially even those people who are on mediums. They will still have the advantage. Dark Lord has well and truly closed down this gap to the cars ahead. Corey sits the fastest lap of 1:38.444. He's got Lewis Hamilton and Landon Norris at the end there. Got a lot of moves behind. Dino just trying to fight this one, and Dystopian actually going to get ahead. So undercut. The overcut almost worked, but not quite as... oh, the lag kick in there. I thought it was going wide. undercut's working out pretty well then for Dystopian. He takes P15. Don't know where that net position will be because that has kind of changed since the safety car came out. Got Striker, further back, got Robbo making moves on spread, trying to take P7. And I believe he's done it. I can't really tell because it gave me a camera in the background. We've got Hilly and Bolts both getting past Rami. Again, seems to be struggling on the... Is it? I don't think it's top... It might just be the car, to be fair. Williams is not a great car to drive. And, back air moment for Bolts. Completely steps out. And this has invited Hilly to have a chance to look down the inside on the Verstappen corner, cutting corner. But, not quite close enough. But he's lost a lot of time though. Spread dives into the pits. That's an early pit. That's an early pit stop. Interesting. See what very early pits. See what happens with the spreads race as it goes through. And it's an interesting strategy. Goes into the hard tyres. Can't be the end. Surely not. Dartwell, by the way, has passed Sniper Monkey, who is still yet to pit. Also yet to pit, Clem and Trek. Clem under pressure from Dart Ward. We've got to stay on board with Ferrari. Is he going to think about making the move down there? No, he knows the DRS will be much appreciated down this long straight. You can tell that Clem is struggling for grip, and it might he just correct some DRS in, so that might help. Yeah, it definitely helps him out. Must have more battery. Yes, he does have more battery. So, Downward's going to have to sit behind on this one. Meanwhile, THC and also getting close. We've got Hilly making move on Bolts just on the straight there with the powerful DRS. Striker and THC right back up in the mix now. Even after instead, and Rami looks like he's had a moment. Has he got damage? No. But he's had a moment and he's now down in P14. Quickly switching onto this battle. Bolts with the 3 seconds. Not a lot of ERS still. He needs to charge that battery up because Clem has got a lot of straight line speed there and gets pretty good exits. I have to admit, he's getting a very good exit. Even on worn out medium tyres. The other people who are on mediums who pitted on for them earlier also might start to feel a bit of tyre wear creeping in. It did cloud over earlier, but now it's a bit sunnier, so a bit track will be starting to warm up again. Sniper Monkey holding on, but just dropping out the 1 second from Dartlord. He's going to be very vulnerable on the straight. Meanwhile, Dartlord having a look on the inside of Glenn there as inside for Striker on THC. Almost pulled it off, but sort of holds THC up on the attempt to try and get past the Sniper Monkey, but he's still going to go for it down the inside. THC gets the position, and also Striker gets the move done on Sniper Monkey. I reckon he might come into the pits at the end of this lap. They've lost 2 positions on 1 corner. Yellow flags out again. It's an Aston Martin of Atkins involved in that one. Spread losing the position to Misfits. He's down in 18th, but he pitted earlier than some of those guys ahead, so he might get a big, huge undercut later on in the race. Meanwhile, Clem going to be under pressure again from Datlow behind DRS, but no ERS assistance. Closes it to 4/10, but not enough straight. What's it? Not really enough straight. Not enough. Well, I can't remember the words. Fuck it. We'll abandon that statement. Dino getting ahead of Bolts. Bolts staying out there on those hards, but yeah, he's on the hard tyres, so he kind of needs to extend. We've got a virtual safety car deployed. Interesting. I think that might be due to potentially debris on the track. France has come into the pits. Let's see if there's a wing change. Yes, there is. So France looks like they may have had an off-track excursion somewhere. And virtual safety car call to clean up the debris. This is good news for Clem, as he can live to fight another day, really. Bad news with that Lord. He loses a bit of time, but also good news because he can charge the battery. Contradictory statement, but, you know, worth it. Franz gets a drive-through. That's very unfortunate. This is the really shit thing about the virtual safety car in this game. Come out the pits, you have no chance to react to the delta. That's really, really harsh. Screw you, Codemasters. Screw you. That one really close to the back of Clem. Are these two going to pit this lap? Is Snap going to pit this lap? I would have thought he'd pit last lap after losing 2 positions. But, no. That one really needed to clear these two, as he's caught right back up by Striker and THC. Striker getting ahead of THC at some point, but he is going to go for it down the inside of turn 1. Who's later on the brakes? Clem's later on the brakes. He's going to hang around the outside and stays ahead. I think he needed a little bit more confidence in that Ferrari to try and make that move stick. And again has to settle, but he's unsettled Clem and made him lose a little bit of time to Shrek ahead, but he's gaining it through the rest of sector 1 there. So he may, if he doesn't have a mistake here, he can hold on to DRS. Striker picks up a 3-second time penalty. Striker also very close to the back of the Ferrari. We're going to go on board with Striker now. He's got a bit more ERS to play with. Uses it a bit on the exit to give him a bit more power, but you can tell that you can tell that one's struggling with the power, but he's using as much as he can to try and make the move on Clem. Is he gonna be later on the brakes? No. Still not able to make that move, and this is now critical for him to be doing. And he goes wide. This is inviting Striker to have a look there. He thought about making that position, but just having to sit back. THC also closing in on this one. Stamper Monkey staying out as well. Yeah, dear me. Bad turn to yawn. I'm not bored, trust me, this is not boring, don't worry. Don't read into that. I'm slightly wrecked yawn. Into the pits comes Shrek and Clem. This is now releases the likes of Striker, THC and Datlord. Datlord now going to be looking in his mirrors to try and do some defensive moves against the McLaren. THC up to P3 from P20 is a matting. Medium tyres again for Shrek, Bolt, Sniper Monkey, Shrek, Sniper Monkey and Peter from Clem. Really confused myself over the names of my comparable go here. So Bolt's now up into 9th, Stopian 8th. Where is Spread? Spread is 16th, so he's behind the top 3. But obviously still got a long way to go. He's on hard, so he's going for a long middle stint here. Try and get some undercut some people and hope for a later safety car to bring him back in. This time Striker's going to make the attacking move, going to go down the inside. Big DRS assist. Can he hold it off? Yes, he can. Not able to respond on the exit. He loses the back end a little bit actually, as you saw, but he's very close this time. Does Striker defend the inside? No, doesn't need to. Does it quite alongside enough to make that happen. Clem getting past Shrek. Shrek and Clem tucked up behind Bolts, who's still out on those hard tyres. This is a crucial fight. Who gets past Bolts first? Bolts being the unit of a roadblock at the moment, and it is amazing. Clem looking to see if a gap can form. Is he going to try into this final corner? No. This could mean both Shrek and Clem might get a move done here on the start finish straight. Rami goes into the pits. There we go. Through goes Shrek, through goes Clem. Clem and Shrek now going to fight into turn 1. Ooh, Clem will just stay ahead. But they've lost a lot of time being stuck behind Bolts. Bolts 21 lap all hards compared to fresh brand new mediums. I think he was never going to really come out on top of that battle, really. It's like a child fighting a man. That's a strange word. No, fucking, what's that? those thoughts. Meanwhile, Corey on Hilly. This is going to be a done deal move on the straight there. Powerful DRS moving as much room as possible before switching back onto the racing line. And P6 for Corey. Pitted 8 laps ago. We're on 22 now of 56. Few gaps forming. And now we're going to see those that stayed out try and make their way through the pack as their tyres now become slightly older. So a few different strategies on call now. So it's sort of going to be like almost like a Qatar type of thing where you've got people who pitted on different laps who now will be here, there and everywhere, and we won't really get any chance to know the final result. Can't really predict anything as we have yellow flags. Schmitty has gone round on the Verstappen corner. Dystopian has been passed by Clem in the meantime. Shrek wasn't able to get past. That's crucial. That will now give Clem potential a little bit of breathing space as Spread makes the move on Atkins into turn 1. A lot of simple done deal moves. You kind of like it. Meanwhile, Striker hasn't been able to drop Dartlord, and Dartlord's now very close. He's on board with Fry, but he has a little bit of a wiggle on the exit there, and immediately going defensive, trying to break the tail is the McLaren driver. There's not a lot of ERS in that Ferrari, but he's managed to make the move stick as McLaren's just got to slot back in. As they've got a little bit of gaps to the car behind, but as long as they don't come with the DRS, they can sort of friendly do this and try and help each other potentially. Meanwhile, Sniper Monkey gets ahead of Bolts as well. Bolts tumbling down the order and yet to pit. Is really going long on those hards. It's sort of giving an indicator though for the other drivers just to see what the hards are like even later on, which it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Sort of proves the point of a fresher tyre on this track is just ridiculous. It is something almost like a real life catastrophe. Clem with our fastest lap of 37.5 as he also overtakes the Haas of Hilly up into P7. Next up is his teammate Corey in the other Mercedes, also now on the hard tyres. So in reality what we have is a net P1 for Clem, a net P2 for Shrek, and still a net P3 for Sniper Monkey at the moment. That's what you can kind of predict, but obviously big difference in when they pitted compared to the rest of the field who went for the early pit stop option under the safety car. Temporarily it's worked, but I think in the long term, yeah, it still could work. It's hard to say, it still could work. So here we go, already right on the back of his teammate going as defensive as possible there. Shrek also get past Hilly in the background, and through goes Clem for P6. Some of these people that are on those hard all the tyres not really going to look to fight these too hard, as they're just going to lose time. Unless they really want to for the bounce, which would be quite funny. Then, yeah, be right. Meanwhile, Dino, one who pitted a lot earlier than the others, almost forgot about him in this race, is now caught right up to the back of Striker and Dartlord, who are both fighting hard. Dartlord could be in trouble here, could lose 2 positions. Through goes Dino. Dino's going to now the 3 wide on the run towards turn 1. Dino takes the lead. Striker and Dartlord fighting each other out. Dartlord's going to hold off the McLaren in the meanwhile, but Dino takes the lead of the Grand Prix again. Dartlord just holds off to keep P2 instead of losing 2 positions in one straight. But that's fresher tyres kicking in, and those mediums, well, we saw the other people, start 17 lap all. They're really, really struggling for grip, and we might see them pit quite shortly. We'll definitely won't be looking to do 2 more mini laps. Clem up into P6. He's only look at the time of the screen. It's about 4 or 5 seconds away from Dark Lord. So Striker now gonna make the move on Dark Lord. Now he retakes P2 and a huge tank slapper. You can tell that those tyres are really struggling, especially the mediums compared to the hards. Hards are definitely going to be a bit more gripped up, which will help the McLaren just to try and maintain some sort of pace, but not really enough. Now THC, we were saying he's stacked glasses up to P4, but now going to be starting to look in his mirrors a little bit as there's a very fast Clem approaching. Now, this is where you got to look at how big the difference is on the fresh tyres. You can see now that Clem, he pitted 5 laps and now he's pretty much on the back of the pack that was just behind him by the time he pitted. It's only taken him 5 laps to catch right back up. This is going to be a sign for the drivers that it is potentially time to make the call to go for more stops, as you can quite easily make the time up. Meanwhile, Spread getting past Bolt's still out on those hard tyres. This man refuses to let his pit crew do any work. He's for the boys, he's like, nah, you've done enough, I'm gonna stay out. Pit crews, don't need them, redundant. Say Bunny. I'm kidding, they are very crucial, and the McLaren is definitely helping them out a lot. Meanwhile, Clem is going to fly right past THC here. THC is going to slot back in as soon as possible to get that slipstream, as he still has the DRS from the likes of that Lord up ahead as he's closed that gap down. Shrek just catching onto the back of this battle, and now we're going to see Clem. That one makes a mistake there. Oh, they almost make contact going through. That could have been potentially disastrous, but you can tell that Clem really wants to get past that Alfa Male. Alfa Male goes Ferrari goes too close to those curbs and gets a penalty for corner cutting there, and through goes Clem. That's a crucial move to get it done there, as he could easily be able to pass Strike here on the start-finish straight, going on board on the run towards turn 1. Not quite got enough speed. Shrek in the meantime getting past THC. Still one driver separate between Clem and Shrek. That Kobe he needs to get this move done very shortly here. We'll see what he does going through the S's now. Not really any overtaking positions here. He's looking like, you can see both Shrek and Clem pretty much pushing the next driver along on the exit of some of these corners. Is he going to send one here? He's going to wait for the DRS, there's no point. Yeah, just going to lose a little bit of time. There we go, good exit that he needs. A little bit of a wiggle, but that might have been a lag wiggle. And yeah, done deal. There's nothing Shrek can do there to defend that position. No point fighting it, he just needs to drive along. Meanwhile, can Shrek do the move? He tries it down the inside, couldn't quite get it done, and that is good news for Clem, as Shrek has to now stay behind. We saw Clem do it the long way around the outside on this next corner. Will Shrek be able to repeat the move? No, he has a huge back-end tank slapper. Planted it a little bit too hard on the throttle, and that's costly. Does Dartlaw come into pits? Yes, he does. Clem with a 3-second time penalty. We need to be careful of them. Now we'll see if he can start catching Dino ahead, who pitted like sort of 5 laps earlier than the rest. So we'll see if that. Yeah, you can see the gap's already coming down quite a bit. So yeah, the new tyre advantage is mad, absolutely mad. We got a yellow flag and it's Misfits. Misfits is out on the final corner and a safety car has been deployed and it is curtains for that lord who pitted earlier. Oh, that's very bad timing. Very bad timing for the Ferrari. It's all gone wrong. I'm telling you, the Ferraris are cursed. They get no luck at all. Misfits out on the final corner. Is 6 in the ball hard, so it could have been potential traction lost and into the barriers by the looks of things. Dyno probably pitting. Actually, to be fair, everyone's going to be pitting. All of a sudden, Bolt staying out on 27 lap all paths. He's going to be like, fair, I'll bet I might come into pits now. Is it worth staying out all that time? No, probably not, not going to lie. But I rate it 27 laps in. Round of applause. Round of applause, sir. Appreciate it. It's like an album type of thing to do that. Appreciate it. Hey, it's not worked in much favour there, but you know, you've saved some tyres. You've got more fresher tyres. Think of it that way. You've got more fresher tyres to use than everyone else. There's a little bit of a dingo going on there in the safety car. I think there might have been a car coming out of the pits or a car coming out. Yep, yeah, there we go. Everyone's going to come into the pits. Yep. Wow, every man and their dog, apart from Dystopia. Oh no, I thought Dystopia did go in. Thought he was staying out then. Nope, everyone's in. Let's have a look at some bits though, shall we? Here's the McLaren work crew. There we go. Quick on and off. Not hauled up in any way, shape, or form. Through he goes. Does he beat Clem out? No, he doesn't. Shrek doesn't either. Dyno inherits the lead of the race. He'll be happy with that. Clem has got a bit more work to do now to get through. Striker's also going to be very happy with that. He's up to P3 now. Dark Lord stays out. How many positions does he recover? Ooh! Contact between Robbo there. Robbo, I think, was a little bit unaware of the fast Ferrari trying to push as hard as possible to retake as many positions as he can. So he down in P7. It's not huge. It's not that bad. Not bad. Not a huge loss, but he's lost a few places there. Lost out to the likes of Robo THC. Really could have been 5th. I wouldn't have thought he'd be 4th. So we have lost Curse, Jesus, and Misfits, all from crashes. One Jesus from potential technical issues, Curse from damage from an earlier on incident on lap 1, and Misfits just recently on the exit of the final corner. Lap 29 out of 56. We're past halfway. Still a long way to go. It's like a 50% race now, really. Spread staying on 7 lap old mediums. Spread, if you listen to this, pit. Or don't pit, I don't know. You do you. Well, maybe stay out. If he, if Spread can pull out mad things on the pace, if he stays out, holds up some of the field, pit like the rest of the field did when they got caught up by the safety car, could potentially come out in a tasty, could get some tasty positions later down the line. So actually, no, yeah, Spread, cancel that, stay out. Don't know why I'm his engineer all of a sudden. Turned into a whole lot of light/heavy based banter to now being his engineer. Not a very good one, it's sort of taking Jeff, really. So, everything back to a slow and steady pace. We've got Franz Pepper, who's going to be fair bit catching up, so I reckon we might have a couple of laps of safety car here. Nothing wrong with that. They get to catch up and back with the pack again, so all happy days. Like I say, points awarded for every position, as long as you finish the race. That doesn't mean you can, go AI for the rest of the race. That would be just a little bit unfair. Oh dear. So Striker having to retire due to an unfortunate family emergency. Yep, that no. You're fine. Let everyone through and then retire on track. You're fine to do that. It's on the safety car. I'll point out to the admins that that's what you said on chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro. Emergencies come first. Don't worry about it. Safety car in this lap. With these 4 drivers then from this race. Hope all is well, Striker. Hope all is well. So Dino now leads the safety car. Right, so it's the second time he's leading the safety car restart. Let's see if he can drop Clem again. Now it's all everyone on fresh tyres. Interestingly, Shrek and Clem this time opting for the hard compound tyre. As away we go then. Dino has gone for it. Clem responding a lot better. THC a little bit off as well this time. But and it's green yet again. DRS disabled for the next 2 laps. As we resume racing. Shrek getting close to the back of THC already, but THC not the bit of a another wobble. Well, struggling for tyre temperatures upon the restart there on those hards. What we should see is the medium runners probably clear the people on the hards quite quickly at the moment, but the hards will come back into their own later on. They'll take a lot longer to warm up, but lower fuel mode potentially could go to the end of the race, as per what bots could do. It could happen. Could happen. In the background there, Ferrari a little bit out of place, battling Robbo and Corey in the Mercedes. Robbo losing out on 2 positions. Yes, he is. Could be a 3rd one there with the Snapper Monkey just causing in the background. Datlow's going to hang it right round the outside on Corey. Corey didn't quite get the exit he wanted to, and Datlow stays P5, Corey P6. Meanwhile, Snapper Monkey now under pressure from Dystopian, as forcing the Alpine to go the longest way round, but staying ahead on that one. Shrek getting a very THC struggling on this restart of pace compared to some of the other guys. He is in a Haas, mind you, and that Haas is dog shit. Dino with the fastest lap of 37.06. Lap times crumbling down now as the fuel burns off. Robbo trying it on Sniper Monkey. I think it was Sniper Mill we're rallying the Sniper Monkey on Robbo. That moves him up to P7, Corey, another 3-second time penalty. Those penalties are going to start racking up. We're going to look at the penalty situation now. Oh my word, Bolts is 15 seconds! That's what no grip on those tyres has done to you. Oh dear, that's not gone well at all for Bolts there. Oh dear me, slightly disastrous. I just also realised that THC does actually have a time penalty to be added on to this race alongside in terms of penalty point build up as well. So where he finishes, expect it down, I believe, by 10 seconds. So we really needs to try and just get as much of a gap as you can on everyone. So you might see him try some orthodox strategies to pull that one off. Pray that there's not a last minute safety car, as that will screw him right over. Dartwall just dropping away from the DRS of the cars ahead. THC's closed back in on the back of Clem. DRS now enabled, and Clem, without being able to catch to the back of Dino, he's now got a 2-second gap out up front. Could be under a lot of pressure, but can he break it from THC? Can he see if he gets a good first sector here? Looking good so far. Flickering between 7th to 6th. Before dropping it down to 5th until this last part to purple sector 1. He's very good in that sector 1 at the moment. He's not doing too shabby at all. And breaks the DRS from the car behind. So now THC is going to be the one. He's going to be looking in his mirrors as he, it's going to be DRS overtake well in use for Shrek. He's burning all the battery here. Could he potentially make the move down into this corner? Here we go. Sends it down the inside. A lock up for good measure, and through goes Shrek. A long way back. Hilly overtaking Dystopian, though. Dystopian's going to hang it down the inside. Not enough traction there on the inside line. And Hilly takes P9. We've got Corey now. Right on the back of Dartlaw, but Dartlaw's just snuck his way into DRS range of the car ahead, which is crucial. It's going to help defend, but very close is the Mercedes. He's gaining, but not going to be quite gaining enough to make a move into turn 1. He's going to have to remain behind the Ferrari for now. It gets a lot more traction on the exits compared to Dartlaw there. You can tell by he's immediately able to point the car exactly where he wants it to go, instead of running it wide towards the racing line. Robo with another 3-second time penalty. Cheeky. Time penalties are huge around here. You get caught out once, you're bound to get caught out many more times. Unless you just switch on a whole different mode of concentration and not blinking for hours upon end. France is out of the session. We've got another safety car. Oh dear. It was going well for France. Made it past halfway distance. And he stayed out on those hard tyres. So people like Spread, Spiddy, Atkins around me are probably going to pit. I don't reckon anyone else will pit because they've only done a couple of laps. So, third safety car of the race. I believe we only have the chance to get one more. I think the maximum is 4 safety cars per race, as well as 4 virtual safety cars per race. I think that goes for both 50% and 100% races. I did say earlier I want to see some more of the guys on Xbox to get up in there to make it easier to do podium interviews, but it's not looking good. They all seem to be crashing. Ooh, interesting. Dystopian comes to the pits. Rami, like I said, has gone into the pits. Spread stays out. Spread stays out, so Dystopian Ramsey the one. Ramsey's come out on old mediums. Same distance on everyone else's mediums ahead, so fair enough. Dystopian on old hards. Okay. Not gonna lie, 14 up old hards is for what Dystopian was originally on is a pretty big downgrade, not gonna lie. A pretty big downgrade. I think Alpine may have put the wrong tyre set on there. Dare I say, he might pit again. This is bad news for Dino of the pack as he got a gap out at front, and that is now just immediately closed down because of the safety car. So, oh yeah, I was about looking at Burt Mylander leading the race. He likes. Do you reckon Burt Mylander doesn't like being in last because he always leads the pack of cars? I reckon he doesn't. I reckon he gets absolutely furious when he's behind like a car. Deep down, I think he's right on road rager. He's like, no, you're not allowed to overtake. I'm a city car. No, it'd be nice. No, it'd be nice if they added to the game. You see the guy at the back who waves the green flag to say that it's good to start the lights. They should add that. A little bit of decoration, it goes a long way. What they should also add properly is the ability to have set up your own league thing where you can upgrade your own cars. That'd be great. Make things hugely interesting. Atkins pits for fresh medium tyres. The Super stays out on 50 number parts that he pitted on a lap ago. Questions to be asked at the Alpine garage there. So, from this race we lost Curse from a crash. Jesus from a crash. That's technical issues, I should say. Misfits from a crash. Super Striker for personal issues. And Franz due to a crash. 15 remain. And Dino leads them still from P1. P2 for Clem. Shrek third ahead of THC. Dark Lord maintaining P5 ahead of Corey. He looked very racy on the restart against the Ferrari. Stab Monkey on his debut so far sitting in P7. The other debuter is Dino, who's sat pretty in P1. So to get in this lap then, Dino's got another restart to do. He's going to be having to think about doing another tactic to try and fool Alex Clemos. He's been going roughly sort of same area as he has been each time, but will he do something different? Will he wait till the final corner? Will he wait on the start finish straight? Obviously, you can't overtake until the start finish line. Yeah. Here we go. Cars are getting very close to the back of each other. He's not gone earlier. Is he going to go where he did the last time? Stay on board. He's heard right. Oh, now he's gone. This time Clem is ready for it. He's absolutely ready for that one. It's not quite worked, but he's gone wide. Oh, he just went wide there and picked up penalties. How was Bolts? Bolts is going to be on 18 seconds worth of time penalties now. Is not going well. Also, Clem is going to be dropping down the order with the amount of penalties he has now. Things are going mad. Rami in the walls again. This time it's the Ferrari Schmidty that's going to be getting past. Spread in 11th for 15 lap on mediums. I think the rest of the guys can pretty much make it for one more stop in this race quite comfortably. Lap 37 out of 56. We have 20 laps to go in this American Grand Prix. Bolts hanging on to the back of Hilly, trying to make moves, but couldn't quite make it stick there in the braking zone. Further up ahead, we've got Shrek getting very close to the back of Clem now. Hugh remains this time much more closer at the restart, at the third restart here than he was last time. Back end moment again for Shrek. Shrek really pushing the boundaries. And that one has gone round in the Ferrari. It's Curse Ferrari weekend, part 800. Not going well. It goes into the Ferrari, it looks good, and then goes horribly wrong towards the end. In other cars, it's actually not too bad. Maybe the Ferrari's just a bad car to drive. Speaking of well, speaking of Ferraris that go very wrong, Schmitty's out in the Ferrari. Uh, that could potentially be commentator's skills on that one. Can only apologies, Schmitty. He really is unlucky out there sometimes. He really is. So, that's it. That's our fourth and final safety car. In theory, unless they've changed the rules, so maybe it's like 6, like 100%. I can't. In the old games, it used to be 4 max for a 50%, 100% race. But it could be changed. Or I could be waffling shit. I could be incorrect all along. They tend to waffle. Especially Ian. So, we're back to yellow flags. Dino's gonna be sick of doing safety car restarts. I'll be sick of watching safety cars at the moment. Burt Mylander getting bare airtime. Let's look at a different car. Well, we've gone bold with enough Terry. He's got a very American helmet for a very American Grand Prix. Look at that. Showing true Americanness. All you need is Will Smith to be performing a crappy song. And into the pits for both AlphaTauris. I think a lot of people opting to make their potential final stop of the race, although soft tyres aren't going to make the end. So some of these guys might be making another stop. So Dino pitted for Sauce, save for Sniper Monkey, Robbo, Master Spread Dystopian, Dark Lord, Hilly going for mediums. Mediums could make the end. Softs, they could make the end, but they'll be extraordinarily dead. But hey ho, why not? Now, again, we saw what happened before when we had, half the field, well, nearly more than half the field pit earlier compared to the rest, and towards the end you saw the others that stayed out very much easily catch right back up. Rami and that was a bit of sick in that. I can only apologise. That's going to be clipped. This is top bands. I've completely lost track of what I was saying. Rami and Bolts there, sometimes I'm going to go board and McLaren because it's another car to look at, really, isn't it? Oh, it goes off the track to allow Bolts back through there. That's right. Sound. Although I think he got no legal. Yeah, he did. Rami, if you hear me, you got to go right off the track. Right off the track. There you go. We sorted it out. Clem now leads a safety car restart. You know what, to be honest with you, Dana could just paid for the sake of not wanting to do another safety car restart. It's just like, nah, screw this, I ain't doing another one. So it's Clem who leads. Oh, sorry, no, it's Burt Mylander who leads in the Mercedes AMG. So, we've lost some jobs, 2, 4, 6 drivers now we've lost. Under safety car number 4. Lap 40 out of 56, I reckon it might be in this laps, which means we'll probably have about 15 or so, actually yeah, 15 or so laps, actually Sauce can probably make it to the end. Interesting. So, I tell you what, these guys at the front, they're gonna be, tell you what, strap in, everyone. Grab some popcorn. Shit's about to get real. You're about to witness a man struggle to keep up with everything that goes on. And not for the first time. This is about to be a madness on the restart. If we get restarted anytime soon, this safety car seems to be taking its goddamn time. Imagine, like, they just decide to develop a safety car that is just an F1 car that's skinned as, you know, to have all the technology as a as a safety car. That seems to be what the drivers want in real life. They want pretty much another Formula 1 car really to just lead them, because, you know, the constant complaining, oh, it's getting slow. It's a road car technically. Of course it's going to be a lot slower than a bloody Formula 1 car. Anyway, this time Clem leads the safety car. He started what? Apparently got a yellow. Apparently got a penalty for ignoring yellow flags there. I'm fairly certain that one is definitely going to get removed, unless we have another safety car. I won't worry about that one. I'm gonna lie. I don't even know what happened there. Why that even happened. He's still waiting to go. He's gone. Not too bad reaction, but more of a back end loss that cost Shrek a bit of time behind. Meanwhile, Bolts dives into the pits. We have Arami into P5 now. THC's in very bases at the moment. Dino and both of the off-tyres immediately get past Atkins, who opted for the medium compound tyre. Healy also opted for the medium compound tyre, immediately under pressure from Spread as he almost made a move into the S's there. Bring up the excitement levels now as these soft runners are going to absolutely make mincemeat of these guys. Let's see if Rami can do Roadblock Part 2. We saw how much of a boulder he was at the start. He's going to be immediately passed by Downer, who goes up the inside there, and the other avatar following through. He's just leaking positions there, although he didn't quite get the exit he wanted to. Rami's going to be pushing as hard as he can to try and catch the back of Dino, but you can see Sniper Monkey looking here, there and everywhere. There's a huge wave, and oh my word, that could have been disastrous, and there is contact! Both Sniper Monkey and Rami making contact. There's chaos absolutely behind. Everyone's trying to find some sort of gap to get through all that. Out of all that, Spread and Healy have come out on top out of nowhere, and that's was a lot of weaving there. That might get investigated by the stewards on that one if he gets clipped. Or trying to hold it round the outside of the championship leader, but he's really holding it there and couldn't quite make it happen. Robbo in P9, Spread in P8, not going too shabby there. Dino's the fastest lap of the race, 36.5. He's on the hunt after Corey now. Will he try and make the send? He lunges down the inside into turn 1, gets the move done. Absolutely brilliant still. Go on board as he's absolutely flying now with those soft tyres. This is going to be worrying to see from Alexa THC, Shrek and Clem, who are going to be immediately seeing that he is already on their ass. Absolutely they're going to be absolute mincemeat by the time they get to the straight. Here we go, look at this. THC, it's going to be immediately past. He's absolutely flying through the moves here. Look at that, he's on a mission. Absolutely on a mission. Snapper Monkey getting caught up in it, but he's now back through up to P6 ahead of Hilly, and now going to be looking to get ahead of Corey in the background there. Sends it down the inside. All looks good there this time round. No instance, but curtains for Rami in the back, who lays in P13. Dino all over the back of Shrek immediately. This is where things will get interesting. How hard do these two leading fight this one? Or do they let him go straight away? Well, this is going to be... this is going to get tasty. Meanwhile, THC under a lot of pressure from Snapper Monkey behind. This could be another done deal into turn 1 for the other AlphaTauri here. Yep. Immediately fired by DRS, now enabled. Dino is going to send it down the inside yet again. On this time, it's going to be on Shrek. Shrek trying to hand it around the outside, gets on the curb, bleaches the back end, and now he's been made mincemeat of. And now Clem, oh, the panic is going to be settling in here now for the Merc. He's got a hugely quick AlphaTauri behind him. Unbelievable pace. We'll stay on board with his battles. This is going to be one for the lead of the race. Is he going to do a move before DRS? No, he isn't going to do it this time round, but with the DRS, it's, oh, like, look how much he closes on the braking. He's got so much more grip than the Mercedes. Here we go then, DRS on towards set 3 here. I don't know what corner it is, but fuck it. Clem is now past and loses the lead. Dino retakes the lead of the American Grand Prix. Shrek lurking out in the background. Snapper Monkey trying to close back that gap. Spread picking up a penalty, goes right off the track there. Don't know what happened there. He's lost a lot of positions and upon returning to the track. Hilly in P7, THC ahead of him, but he's got Robbo, a fast Robbo, dare I say, coming up behind him now. But Robbo with the penalties, like the likes of Dystopian is going to be looking forward to this one. Spread again having an issue. I think he might have heated up his tyres a little bit too much. 10-second time penalty for exceeding. Okay, right, whatever, game. Whatever you say, game. There's contact between Dark Lord and Dystopian there. Around goes Dystopia at turn 1. Not damage though on that guy's damage on the Ferrari. No, yeah, the fair play, he's letting him right through there. That's good sportsmanship there. Very good sportsmanship. Meanwhile, Snap Monkey's now made it onto the back of Shrek and Clem. Clem still under pressure from Shrek. Bolt's setting the fastest lap this time, 35.6. We got yellow flags. That spread going in the pit lane there. I think he may have had a puncture or some kind, maybe going very slow. So DRS wide open. Shrek's now going to make the move on Clem for P2. The down the inside still manages to mix it side by side. And the AlphaTauri trying to get involved. Look at the grip there from Clem. He managed to get a sneaky move round the outside. And that is amazing. Almost losing out. Now the AlphaTauri Snapbook is going on. Oh god, switch back onto that. Snapbook gets past the head of Shrek. Clem turned in. Potentially losing 2 positions into holding on to P2 there. Fantastic stuff by the Merc driver there. I don't even know how he managed to get that grip on those hard tyres, but it could be curtains for him now as Snap Monkey is on those fresher sauce. He definitely could be getting better grip than them, but he's going to hold it off into turn 1 for now. This is getting very interesting. Could we see an AlphaTauri 1-2, or will Clem be able to hold on to that position? Or will he pit this lap? Maybe, I don't know. God knows what's going to happen. Ramby's pitted. He's there's an instant further back into penultimate corner there. Atkins seems to be off in the Aston Martin. And now we've got, I tell you, Clem could lose 2 positions this time though. No DRS, and both Shrek and Snap Monkey right on the back of them, going into the DRS zone here. And he's had a good exit though. Here we go, on board with the AlphaTauri, pulls out behind Clem. Clem is going to try late on the brakes round the outside. Cut off there by AlphaTauri. Hard racing, but it is very fair. And now Snap Monkey goes through to P2. Things count down again as they've got a bit of gap to the other soft runners behind her, I think, have been held up by other incidents that their progress is now completely and utterly halted. So those medium runners and these two other hards might actually opt to stay out, as the soft runners will start to struggle for grip a little bit later on in this race. But that battle for the final podium spot is not over yet. Still good battle here between Shrek and Clem for P3. Further back, we got Robbo, the championship leader, against THC, the person in P2. Fresh soft tyres compared to 7 lap old softs compared to 17 lap old mediums. Still soft with a much better advantage here. Just looking into my shots here, just in case Spread wanted to join us, but no. We are Robbo with the DRS on the back of THC. Clem being passed by Shrek and not making a return attack as he did last time. And Robbo easily takes that position for P6 ahead of THC. THC with no penalties, no penalties in game, but will have a additional 10 seconds, I believe, added on to the end of his time via penalty point accumulation. Meanwhile, Hilly is also closing in on his teammate. Arami and Bolt's going at each other again. So that battle's lasting a millennia. Those two on much fresher soft tyres. And Clem on the back of Shrek. He tried to get the better exit, which in fairness has been getting the better exit of the two, and he's practically nearly pushing Shrek around some of these corners. Seems to be much more comfortable with the car than Shrek, and Shrek does have a much more looser back end, which is not good for the rear tyres, and not good for the exits as well. Into the pits for Bolts again, trying to improve on even more fastest laps, trying to recoup his run of fastest laps. Finished Grand Prix, lap 47 out of 56, 10 laps to go. That feels very long. There we go, Clem now going on the attack down the inside. Shrek gonna hang it round the outside. He's still there, there's a little bit of wheel banging there, nothing too rough, and Clem is ahead for now. And oh, that's another huge tank slapper for Shrek there. Really struggling with that back end in that Alfa Romeo. Could be the car, could be the setup, but you can see how much that has affected him as Clem nearly pulls that with DRS really, but not quite enough to do so, so that gap should fall back down rather shortly on this start-finish straight. Meanwhile, we have Dano with the lead. Super around turn 2, turn 3 and 4. We've got a little move in the background. Good pressing all the run buttons there. Dystopian and Dystopian getting ahead of THC. THC really falling down on those tyres. Dare I say he may pit again, although he might be thinking about the penalty situation and seeing where he ends up. There's a lot of penalties. He's the only one without penalty, so fair play. No, the only one without a penalty from in-game. Keep forgetting about that. So yeah, either way, fair play. Clem on technically 9 seconds, because that 5 seconds is for sure going to be getting removed, because that was fairly unfair for the game. Oh my god, Bolts is on 27 seconds. That might be a record. Definitely a record in this league. Most penalties in one race. There you go. You've got a record, mate. not exactly the one you kind of want, but you know. Anyway, potentially get qualified, and oh, spin for Sniper Monkey, loses all traction and allowed Clem Strays dropping loads of positions, going to be behind Hilly, still making sure he gets back on track safely. That's fair enough. But that is disastrous. He's still struggling for grip. He's got extremely hot tyres after that spin. Oh, that is disastrous. But it's allowed both Shrek and Glenn now to get upon the podium places. Those soft tyres may be on the last legs. The amount of how hard some of these guys are pushing. In the background, we got Robbo going down the inside of Corey into turn one to take Pete. Oh, why have you retired? That's just annoying. You get points, mate. Just finished the race. Did not tell you that. Anyway, Robbo taking P4 and is on the charge to get onto the podium places. Go on, Zen. How many stops some of these people in? Some 4 stoppers. We've got 5 stoppers from Rami. Unbelievable scenes. THC's up 12 though. There's fair play to Lord. 11 people left from 20. They're mad. They're obviously mad things, aren't they? Yeah, Clem's penalties are really going to screw him over here. Big time. Dystopian on Hilly. Dystopian making moves up the field. Fair play to that. Alpine driver up into P6. He's having a much better race than we have seen in the past. He's having a much more comfortable time, to say the least, in the Alpine there. Robbo, though, he's a man on a mission. He's definitely going to be extending his lead out at the top at this rate over all of the other closer rival drivers. So here we go then. Robbo immediately within DRS, and Shrek's also within DRS of Clem, so Robbo could end up on track peak 2 here. Obviously, he definitely needs to get by Shrek, as they're equal on penalties, but Clem obviously got 9 seconds. That 5 will most likely be removed at this point. No chance of a safety car now, with 7 laps to go. Technically, hey, so you do the 56th lap. That's fine. I am doing the maths right. Don't worry about that. Here we go then. Robbo absolutely flying. Those that stayed out. Fair play. It almost worked, but in reality, it's sort of hitting hard now. But no ERS left for Robbo. He's only got about 5% in the tank. It's safe for all these guys. No one's got any battery left at all. Well, apart from the race leader there. The rest of them have all burnt it out. Corey is the one with the most DRS in this battle. Now he's going to be joining on to this DRS train, which is bad news for Clem, because that's another position that he's going to be losing with penalties. Oh, it's looking like he's, it was going so well, and the penalty build-up it's backfired big time. It's definitely a potential shout though for driver of the day. Robbo is on a big mission for him, and a huge shout for driver of the day as well. Same for Dino, a good debut race. Made some absolutely fantastic overtakes, so again, he's another huge shout. So here we go then. Shrek very close to the back of Clem. Clem really starting to struggle on those hard tyres that they reached the 22 lap points. I think these guys are definitely a little bit worse aware, but I mean, Corey, 22 lap old mediums, is also closing right onto this battle, so where's he found some sort of second wind pace from those tyres? It's not looking bad for Corey now, and he could be for a chance of a podium finish here, depending on what happens next. Corey Bolts is now on 30 seconds with the time penalties. How he's not disqualified, I don't know, but there's a move being made. Shrek getting past Clem for P2. Clem going to try and fight it down on the inside. He tries as hard as possible there, but it's just not quite going to work out. He's not got as much grip as he had earlier with the... I'm still amazed how he actually managed to hold on to that position that time round, but now he's starting to struggle with the back end there. But same for all these guys. They're still being a lot more tentative on the throttle now when they exit some of these corners, as those rear tyres are going to be very hot and very worn. And that's a penalty for Clem. Goes, he's wobbling everywhere. He's really now starting to struggle for grip. Now racks up 12 seconds. He's going to be right down the order. He's definitely out of a podium fight here for sure. It is P2 between P5. All these guys battling. Clem is just sort of doing it for pride on track. Robbo and Corey are trying to get onto that podium, whereas Shrek is trying to hold on to a P2 finish. He's only got 3 seconds. Corey's got 9 seconds though, so both Mercs are really going to be dropping back. Also going to allow Dystopian to get ahead of him on penalties. THC will probably jump all of them, but we know he's obviously got a background one from belly points, so just beware of that. But still, though, he could gain some good positions still. But to be fair, even if he just finishes in P11, that's still a pretty decent position from starting at the back of the grid, so, you know, fair play. Anyway, let's talk about pens. Let's get rid of all the other crappy graphics, we don't need them, because we're getting right to the end of this race. Currently leading Dino, he's got 11, nearly 12-second lead ahead of Shrek, who's now the lead for the battle for P2. You've got Clem, Robbo, Corey involved. Dystopian's just hanging around the 2.3, 2.2 marker. But if these guys start battling, trying to make moves and stuff, he'll definitely easily close back in. He's also not too far away from this one. THC sort of driving along as close as possible to the rest of the field, as he's really struggling on those very worn out mediums. So, Clem not making the attack into turn 1. 7/10 now between them two, so Trek trying to break the DRS. That is a crucial thing for him to do. As he breaks the DRS, that means Robbo and Corey will have a much harder time in potentially trying to get back past lap 53 out of 56. Not many laps to go. Could see some. Could be seeing the use of battery charging for the last lap or two to just absolutely fully set. Definitely on the last lap we'll fully burn, but Robbo's burning as much as he can on the straights to try and keep up with the straight line speed. But that Clem just seems to have a huge amount of straight line speed on his setup, but it's not enough to make a move on Shrek. Just in the background you can see how much closer Hilly now is to the back of Dystopian. After losing that position, Hilly's now going to be on the prance to take that position back. Keep an eye on that one on the time screens, but also keep an eye on the lap counter and where Tari is. 3 laps to go, and both Clem and Shrek with a wiggle on the exit of penultimate corner, as they just hanging in there for where Corey's just losing out on DRS in the background though. Robbo also starting to struggle for pace a little bit, and all the tyres are now wearing out. It's about who can sort of keep it without mistakes now. One mistake could cost you a handful of positions, and now there's still been 1.8 seconds between him and Corey, and it's helping out Haley as well. He's closing in. It could be what's that? Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car battle for a P2 potentially. THC is losing about second and a half of a lap. The gap between P2 and P1 staying around 12 seconds, but here goes Clem. He's got a lot more speed going into turn 1. Both of them as late as they possibly can on the brakes. Clem ahead of Shrek, and Robbo almost losing DRS now to the back of these two, which has helped Corey gain. But now that they've had a little bit of fighting into that corner, fighting into whatever the corner that is, They've closed back up again, but Robbo now really struggling on those softs. I think his time to push is sort of ended. He just needs to stay within Clem's penalty window and stay ahead of, well, actually, and within Corey's penalty window, because he's still got 9 seconds. He's still on for P3 finish at least for Robbo. Here we go. Nothing happening to turn 1. Robbo really dropping back now. Corey could be looking to make a move on the first of the DRS straights. 2 laps to go. Corey with another 3 seconds though, so again it's just for pride on track, which is still a good thing to go for. we all knew that this track was going to be very hard and very difficult to not get pens because of how strict some of the track limits are around here, and then how loose some of them can be as well. It's a mixed bag really, fully mixed bag. But here we go, Corey on the back of Robbo, he's gaining, pulls out to go down the inside, not going to risk anything, so not as late on the brakes as he would like to, but showing Robbo that he is there, and doing so is going to cost Robbo time, which at the moment he's got plenty of time to climb, and I don't think he needs to worry about that one. But if he stays within 3 seconds, just in case Shrek picks up another penalty, you never know how many warnings someone's on. Corey pretty much pushing Robbo almost around that corner. He's so close. We're on the last lap. We'll have to switch on to the AlphaTauri later on though. As we'll see, he is leading Rami and Dark Lord, having a little bit of a battle. A bit off-track adventure there for Ramsey. That won't quite happened. But he's found himself some new track limits. Clem staying ahead for now. He's just trying to put out as much time as he can really. Nothing else he can do with the amount of penalties he has. No moves really going to be made. I think the last chance for a move to be made is between Corey and Robbo on DRS, although Trek's close back in. Oh, you can see how much closer Corey is getting. We'll see if Shrek makes a move. Clem going defensive, but knows that it could be just inevitable. Tries to send it back down the inside though later on the mix of Clem. They almost make contact. Big back end moment for Shrek there. But whilst that's happening, we're going to have to go on Botware with the AlphaTauri of Dyno. He's had immense pace through this race, and on debut, as he comes round the final corner to win the American Grand Prix, it's Dyno takes P1. On track though, Clem rounds out through the final corner. There he goes on track. Clem comes across in P2, but it won't be that as he's got lots of penalties. He's just fall down the order. Robbo takes the podium. Dystopian moves all the way up to P4. Hilly's P5. Corey and Clem, both the Mercs, just tumbling down the order. THC may have had a puncture at the end there because he lost a lot of time. Comes across in P8, where he will most likely finish for the race. Not a bad effort for THC, starting from last. Not a bad effort at all. Driver of the day though, third Dyno for an immense amount of pace, some amazing moves as he climbed through on them soft tyres, made the right call on the strategy and ultimately dominated pace wise. As we wait for Bolt's last driver to cross the line. Did he keep fastest lap? Let's have a look. Hang on, that's not what he want. Yes, he did. Well, there you go. Confirms that Bolt's, when he finishes, he takes the fastest lap and retains that record, and also retains the record of most amount of penalties in a race. So there you go. That's something for you to celebrate. Might not be what you want to celebrate. Game gives the game driver of the day goes to the Dystopian. But my driver of the day goes to Dyno, our race winner. on the pits and can levitate. Wow. You don't see that often in a podium interview. Podium celebration. Levitating drivers. When in God's green earth did they add that? Why did they add that? Does it even make sense? Turns out Formula 1's changing into Fortnite. Who would have thought? Let's invite. Well, we've only got one on Xbox, so do we have a voice channel in here somewhere? Someone said we do, but I say we don't. Remind me to add one in next time. Let's see if we can get Robbo in at least. If app decides to load up here, Jesus. Take your time, take your time. There we go, have a search. Drop an invite. Let's see if he comes in. I keep forgetting to set up a voice channel in this one. Someone said there was one. No, I thought, oh, we'll bury it then, but I don't see it. No, I don't see it anywhere here. Let's see if he joins it. I'm seeing. There we go, he's joined. Don't worry about including your audio, it will be automatically on.
Okay.
And, well, yeah, screw you because you're the only Xbox person.
Oh.
Unless the others have the Xbox name, so which I don't think they will.
I know Shaq's on PS, isn't he? I'm not sure about Jardinian.
I think they might be both on PlayStation by the counters that we had. But anyway, we'll start. Robbo, you had a pretty good race battle counts there. You up and down the field, but in the end, those softs actually worked out quite nicely, even though they look quite worn out. Talk us through.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, they fell off a cliff at the end. Obviously, I think it was worth it because I'd made up so many positions to get back there. So like sticking with Shrek and Clem for as long as I did was the goal, and I should hopefully get 3 seconds taken off, which means I get Shrek by 2:10. So yeah, buzzing. I can't remember where I qualified. I think I was out in the top 10, P8 maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, buzzing.
Oh, what happened for the 3 seconds then?
I think it was Sniper came back on track, literally right in front of me. And then the touch, I had to swear to the left, and it was a track limit, and I only had 3 warnings all race, so
so
that one should hopefully get removed.
Even more points. So speaking of points, what's the other championship leader for now, and you're going to be extending that lead over THC. Finishes PA from Stangos, so a shout out to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of a penalty from the last incident, so I don't know where that drops him.
Judging by the gaps, I don't think it did drop him anywhere else, so I think he is PA overall.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but that is my last race of the year, unfortunately, because I am busy for the next 2 weekends, so
yes,
they'll close the gap on me, annoyingly.
But you got to think about it, you've got a good gap now. Speaking of Christmas, obviously, since you're going to be away for the next couple of races,
yes.
I'm assuming there is a Christmas break.
There is a Christmas break, mate. So we go to Spa, I believe, next week. Let me double check. Yeah, we go to Spa next week, and then on the 16th is at Hungary, and then we have a break until the 6th of Jan.
Yes, looking at the calendar there, so we've got 2 more races for this year. That's mad. Speaking of the next race, well, not really about speaking of the next race, you're not here. But you know what, we can do we'll do something different. Predicts the top 3 for the next race.
Oh, Spa. So it'll be Kamarov, Axel, and I'm going to go Hilly.
Oh.
Well, I know he's quick round there, so
I'll hold you to that. That's your first prediction for the next race.
Yeah.
All we have for, obviously, I will try and see if I can get something sorted out. I keep forgetting to do it. But I'll sort it out for trying to get everyone else in. Obviously,
Yeah, okay, okay.
cross-platform makes things a lot harder. But yeah, so like I say, two more races for the rest of this year. That is Spa next week, and we have Hungary on the 16th. And then it is a Christmas break for we return racing on the 6th of January at Spielberg. Thank you for watching, and good night.